G'day viewers. Well, a big stir in Silicon Valley circles this week when billionaire Peter Thiel donated over $1 million to the Donald Trump campaign. Now, Thiel endorsed Trump at the Republican convention, but that isn't such a big deal because, everyone Republican just about was doing that, although hilariously Ted Cruz didn't, which caused quite a stir. But yes, Thiel was already controversial because it turned out that he bankrolled the Hulk Hogan lawsuit that wiped out the website Gawker. Now, honestly, there's a lot of arguments to be had in favour of wiping out Gawker. So that was a bit of, from my perspective. Some people thought, oh no, free speech. Some people thought, fuck yeah, whatever. But this is interesting. And by interesting, I mean it's pretty much conclusive evidence that Thiel is garbage. I mean, it's one thing to support your party's nominee. It's one thing to contribute to the campaign. But to contribute to the campaign now, when Trump is crashing and burning because there's no longer any hiding what a vile, disgusting piece of garbage stitched up in a badly fitting human skin suit he is, to donate over $1 million now is a colossal fuck you to everyone who's been targeted and demonized by Trump. How must it feel at the moment at any of the companies owned by Thiel or companies he's on the board of, if you're anything apart from a white male, to know that there's this person in a position of power who's chosen this moment to give you a colossal fuck you, you're garbage. Now, first I just thought, oh well, he's just an asshole. But I did a bit of research and I think there is slightly more depth to it. Namely, one of his companies is called Palantir, named after the crystal balls from the Lord of the Rings. And it's a data analysis tool that he's been trying to sell to the army because he could make billions of dollars selling it to the army. Apparently he's been pushing it for years. There are some people within the army who say it's a good tool and it should be ubiquitous. There are some who don't. In fact, decision makers at the Pentagon are opposed to it being taken up by the army. It's very interesting when you read about it because there's so much back and forth. It's just about impossible to know what's really going on. Some people identify significant flaws in the product. Some people say it's better than what they're using. There's obviously some politics going on, and even if it was never personal to Thiel, he's taken it that way, and a couple of months ago he launched a lawsuit against the government for not taking up his product, saying they didn't allow him to bid on a particular contract, and he said that was illegal. That strikes me as a stupid and arrogant thing to do, but he's done it, and following that, the Obama administration filed a countersuit against him. It was actually for discrimination. It's an anti-discrimination lawsuit saying that they had specific hiring policies that were discriminatory towards Asians. Now, some people said the government lawsuit was just a retaliation for his lawsuit, which was a retaliation for not getting his way in a business deal. And now it's pretty easy to see his donation to Trump as a retaliation for the retaliation for the retaliation. Man, how good is it if you have so much money that you can throw away over $1 million in a fucking hissy fit? Because, okay, he's really rich. He's obviously made some good business decisions. But on what fucking planet is giving Trump $1 million to piss down the toilet now while he's burning into cinders? Where's that a good decision? Because not only is it clearly a complete waste of his money, I mean, it looks like it's an attempted bribe. It's like, hey, if you win, give me this contract. And that's dodgy as fuck. But there's almost no chance of Trump winning the election, which means this is like a shit decision, throwing away $1 million, but also publicly making yourself a pariah for supporting such a vile piece of garbage at the point where he's been exposed as a completely disgusting, awful person. And to the point where it's going to destabilize your position on various management boards. It's going to make your workforce very unhappy, at least sections of it, and the fact you've already got one discrimination lawsuit going against you, it makes it look like there's probably going to be more. So honestly, okay, Peter Thiel makes more money in an afternoon than I'll make in my whole life, but honestly, you look at a decision like that and he's a fucking piece of shit.